Our first guest tonight is an Oscar and Golden Globe winner. You can see her solving crimes with a microphone and a pair of beats as podcaster Poppy Parnell in Truth Be Told Season 3 premieres January 20th on Apple TV+. Please welcome Octavia Spencer.
To be here and be seen in person.
Hey, I want to say congratulations to you because there was a big deal here in our neighborhood not so long ago, like last month, I think.
Yes.
You received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yes.
Which is, I would imagine that you are tickled by that, yeah?
You know, there's nothing that compares to it. Quite honestly, I mean, you know, you get awards and they sit in your house. I mean, let me tell you, it's great. But no one else gets to enjoy that with you. And when you walk down the Walk of Fame, you know, it's electric. You're part of the community.
Yeah, you're like, hey, look, they're vomiting on my name.
I've never loved vomit so much. Dumb. I love it. I'm gonna be out there cleaning it.
Who's in your neighborhood, whether it's stars? Did you notice?
It's really crazy because all the people that are around me are people that I absolutely am obsessed with.
Oh.
Angela Lansbury, you know.
Oh.
Guys, I love Murder, She Wrote. I've seen every episode.
Uh-huh.
Shaka Khan.
Oh, great.
Dean Martin.
Wow.
And Holly Robinson Peete. I mean, we grew up down on Jump Street. You know? So it was amazing.
That's a good spot. Actually, It's like really close to us here. There's a couple of blocks. I think we have a live shot of your star right now. There it is. It's, well, you know, Octavia, the good news is it's clean.
It's clean.
Yeah.
It's definitely clean.
You had a couple of friends. You know, traditionally what you do is you ask a couple of famous friends to come and speak on your behalf. Mm-hmm. Your friends were Allison Janney and Will Ferrell. And have you known both of them for a long time?
Allison Janney was a part of my start kit. I mean, I met her within 6 months of moving here 27 years ago.
Wow.
So she's family.
Where did you meet her?
I met her through a mutual friend, Tate Taylor. He's kind of like the mayor of everywhere.
Okay.
And Tate introduced me to Janney, and I've been a fan of Will's. We worked together on Spirited, and he was just
right.
I mean, he's stuck with me now, poor thing.
He's the best. Yeah, he's a great guy. Even Allison, I think, has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yes, she does.
Yeah. So now you guys really made it after knowing each other as young kids.
It's kind of crazy, you know. I don't take it lightly. I mean, I joke, but all of us kind of started out, you know, together, and we've just been in each other's lives. And
were you like working together at that time, or what?
We worked on. I mean, no. We kind of worked on all of our friends who were writing things, and Melissa McCarthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know she's a very good friend of yours.
Ben, yeah, we're all very good friends. I met Melissa and Ben through Tate.
Oh, wow.
He was at the Groundlings. Yeah.
Did he get invited to the
He was there.
He was. Okay, good.
The old, I call them the old gangsters. The OG crowd was there.
Yeah, yeah. Did you and Allison like hit it off right away?
No.
No.
We kind of found out we liked the same guy.
Oh, was it Tate?
I'm never gonna say who it was.
Now this is fun. Okay. Was it Scott Baio, TV's Chachi?
It was definitely Chachi.
It was?
No.
Was it Lorenzo Lamas?
I mean, how could you not like Lorenzo Lamas?
What year are we talking about?
We're talking about what was on TV in the 1996.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a TV star.
I didn't say that. I was saying what was on TV.
Was it Harry Hamlin?
It was Prince Harry.
Oh, it was Prince Harry, yeah.
I love Prince Harry even to this day. So,
yeah, well, sure. I mean, yeah, did you hear about his Todger? He's got a frostbite on it. Very sad story, yeah. I wish that was a joke. It isn't. Last time you were here, maybe the time before, I don't remember what it was, but in between those times, you were telling me, which surprised me, that you were like a big Marvel Comics nerd.
Oh, I am.
You love Marvel Comics.
Definitely.
And you love the movies.
I love the movies.
You love the whole deal. And in the meantime, we found out that you were in the first big Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, check-in girl.
You were check-in girl. We have a clip of check-in girl.
Oh, no, you don't. Next. There's no featherweight division here, small fry. Next.
No, sign me up.
Okay. You understand the NYWL is not responsible for any injury you may and probably will sustain while participating in said event, and you are indeed participating under your own free will?
Yes.
Down the hall to the ramp. May God be with you. Next.
So you are, I think that was like a Sony movie, but now that they've merged, you're probably part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh.
And maybe you're a hero. Maybe they could make a standalone check-in girl movie, you know?
You know, maybe not a standalone check-in girl
I'm thinking
movie.
we start with standalone, and then maybe you do like a
We
group
talk them into
thing.
like a group
Yeah,
thing.
you maybe like, you could have Hat Lady and Check-In Girl. And
No, I don't want to share with Hat Lady.
you don't want to be Hat Lady? No.
No, I think I should run like Dr. Octopus's lab or Venom's lab or...
Oh, you would want to
know.
be on the bad side.
Yeah, I want to be in the... Well, maybe. I want to be on the avenging side.
You want to be on...
They're the ones who come back.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, okay, then you don't want to run Dr. Octopus's lab, probably.
Well, it just Octavia, Octopus,
Oh, I see. Okay.
get it, like-
oh, yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Otto Octavius.
Otto.
Otto Octavia.
Maybe I could play it.
Yeah. That's... Although I don't think they use your real names in the
No,
movie,
they
I think.
wouldn't. They
Yeah.
wouldn't. These are dreams, guys. I want to don the tights.
Was the guy you and Allison were in love, was that, was it Weird Al by any chance?
It might have been. It might have been. I love Weird Al. So I still do. So it might have been.
Weird Al. Oh, Weird Allison. Oh, I see what's going on here. There's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, your show, which I mentioned just a moment ago, we're going to see a clip. The show is called Truth Be Told. It's on Apple TV+. Octavia Spencer is with us. We'll be right back.
Faces you see before you are all missing girls from Oakland with families who want them home. This is Drea Spivey, a student at this very school who went missing almost 4 days ago, but the search party for her had very little police support. We came to ask why. Why?
That is Octavia Spencer wielding a bullhorn in Truth Be Told. The show, the idea is you play a podcaster who solves actual murders, which, does that, I mean, are there any podcasters in real life solving murders? Because there's a lot on TV now.
Well, I imagine, honestly, yeah, because it's one of those things that I have to solve a mystery every night before I go to bed. There's a faction of type A women. That's what we do.
Yeah, isn't that an interesting thing? Why do you think that is? Why do you think you have that inclination?
Well, I know for me it's organic to my, upbringing. I had a first grade teacher. I'm dyslexic. And I had a first grade teacher who introduced mysteries to me to keep me engaged with the text.
Really?
And so I read all of Encyclopedia Brown. I read all of Nancy Drew, all of Hardy Boys. I mean, so I solved mysteries every day as a kid. So it kind of bled into my, adult life. But, I was reading so much crime that I read Helter Skelter when I was 11.
What?
I'm not kidding.
Did you really?
I did. But I didn't realize it was inappropriate until I realized it was inappropriate.
Wait, so you had Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys and Helter Skelter in the same shelf?
Not on the same shelf. It was just because the thing is, once you've read them all, you keep, I read everything, the Boxcar Gang, everything. And which was good because it could have gone the other way. I could have been a child that didn't read.
Yeah, sure.
And so, but I stayed with mysteries, and then I started falling in love with thrillers, and yeah, I read Helter Skelter. Too young.
Were you traumatized by that? Are there certain parts of the book you still remember?
There are certain parts of the book that I still remember. The violence definitely was something that I was shocked by and a little traumatized by, but...
Did you know it was true?
You know what I thought it was about? Because the Beatles had that song, and I thought, oh, well, And it has nothing to do with the song. Like
Well, something,
nothing.
yeah.
Yeah,
mean,
you know
in
what I
that-
mean?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Helter Skelter.
I remember that book being on our shelf, a paperback copy of
was
that
a
book. And I
paperback.
remember just like kind of just being scared of it when I'd see it. Like
I
just-
remember it was yellow with red writing.
Yeah, red writing. That's right. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now doing this is a little bit of, as you mentioned, kind of a childhood dream come true.
It is a childhood dream come true.
Do you
because
listen to those podcasts also now?
I do. It's just natural to me, though. When now that there's all of these channels, designated for people to watch, it's kind of, I'm a little unnerved because, and then I realize, well, you also are consuming this content. But I realize that at the center of it, though, all of these crimes are real people. So I don't ever
Right.
do it for entertainment. I do it
Right.
because I have to figure out who's a murderer and who's
Right, right. Although somewhere deep inside, it's pushing some buttons that make you enjoy it in some way, right?
It's investigative.
Yeah.
If I weren't in this industry, I would definitely be, a law lawyer,
would.
something. Oh, absolutely.
You be an investigator of some kind.
I
You feel there are murderers running free because you chose to go into acting? And perhaps there might be dozens of people still alive now, had you not been so selfish and decided to act.
I think I have something to contribute by playing a
Do you have
detective.
like a favorite criminologist? Do you follow it that closely?
I do.
You do?
I was madly in. Okay, it was Christmas, and you know how they cancel flights.
Yeah.
I was flying back to Alabama, and they bumped me up to first class.
Okay.
And they sat me next to someone that I thought I recognized. But when they came back to, offer the entree, they said, Mr. Douglas. And it's like, Mr. Douglas? Is that John Douglas? Who started the FBI Behavioral Science Unit. And I read his book, Mind Hunter. So, I'm
Recognized him from that.
completely.
Wow.
And I talked his head off, poor thing.
You did.
I did. I wanted to know about all the criminals, and and he obliged. He was so
He
kind.
did. Did you get the sense that he'd ever been like recognized by anyone before?
I was so excited that I didn't care. if
You
he
didn't
hadn't been
care.
recognized. I was like, oh my God.
Is this when you were a famous person at the time?
No, this was like 20 years ago.
Oh, wow. And
Yeah.
have you had any contact with him?
No, but I'd like to.
Is he still around?
Yeah.
He's alive?
He's alive. I mean,
Okay.
the way they solve crimes now with profilers, that all began with him and compiling, all of the behaviors that all of these guys had in common. So that's kind of what I was fascinated
Wow,
by.
wow, all right.
Which is why, I went on to do Truth Be Told.
Truth be
forever.
told, season 3 premieres
Yeah.
January 20th. You can watch it on Apple TV Plus. Octavia Spencer, everybody. Thank you, Octavia. We'll be back with Ramon